G'day guys, Jay here from Journey of a Whitefeather. Hope everyone's well today. So we're talking about deja vu today. People talk about time travel and people talk about maybe having moments in their life they think, I've had that done before. It's really weird that we have these moments. Out today, I had a moment where, okay, let's put it this way, ladies and gentlemen. Have you had a time where you're waiting for something, you're waiting, you're preparing well, and then suddenly something goes wrong? In my case, the internet went. Now, in the past, I have always cracked it, gone, me, poor me, why me, right? So have you had that experience? That's number one. Number two, have you felt like it's happened to you before? Now, I'm going to explain this to you. So, today something happened. I was talking to a client of mine, a coach, and suddenly when the key time for me to spill my business partnership or however what I was gonna do, the internet went off. I lost connection. How do you think I felt? Oh, I wasn't happy, believe me. But with my training of where I was, look, I'm still not happy to this day. I'm thinking, what have I done? And all those kind of things. But I had to have a look at it this way. And this is what some of the teachings that have come up in my life have helped me with. I guess my ego was angry, but my spirit was going, okay, this is a test. Now, there's a lot of things you can think about in this way, ladies and gentlemen. We could look at astrology, we look at Saturn returns, we look at Mercury retrograde. That is a teaching moment for it. It's like Dad going, hey, you can't do this yet because you haven't learned your lesson. Okay, cool. I can live with that to a point. I mean, I'm getting better at it. But I know there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Because this is the time we're going through. I think it's Mercury retrograde at the moment. You know, don't play with your computers. Things will happen. But also, you look at faith in yourself, and what is meant to be is meant to be. If you could really have that within your mind and within your soul, everything should be okay. I know people have got traumas and have issues and really want the best for them and they want it to come quick, but I've learned in my time, and I'm still learning to this today, is to understand that you're meant to be where you're meant to be. And there's a lesson in absolutely everything that happens. Today, I learned deja vu and I learned faith. Let me tell you another story. About this time last year, I was supposed to meet my hero, Bret Hart. He was in Bendigo, in Australia, if you'd watched this overseas. Now, I play in a band and I was supposed to go to Sydney, and I'm going, can I rush back? Can I do this? Can I do that? I had to take a massive step back. Now, the number one thing was I was already booked for something, and I had to live up to those expectations because I didn't say, I'm going to drop out because I'm going to see Bret Hart. Not going to happen, number one. Number two, was I going to rush to get there? No. I had to sit back and write down and go, okay, I'm going to Calgary. I have to have faith in the system. Upstairs, me, my heart, my soul, whatever it may be, to say to myself, you'll be right, you're meeting. I go, okay. So deja vu is going to happen. I'll talk about that in a minute. So what happened? Go to Canada. 2 days after my 50th birthday, there is Bret Hart. I was told to go there. I was in my room and I was going to go to the bar that he works at or he owns, sit down, watch some wrestling, get into the groove as such. And I was going to go wear my Bret Hart stuff, take my stuff, and they go, no, just put on your shirt and go. That's all you need to do. I did. I met Bret, got the greatest photo, had a chat to him, and if he sees this, thank you so much for the opportunity to meet you. It was an honor, and I'll be back. But today was the same thing. I've escalated in my life, which is amazing with what I'm doing with the business at the moment and with myself. Understanding stoic behavior, respect, understanding who I am as a person, what values do I have. Everyone talks about values. It's what you feel happy with. Now, again, same thing happened. Something's come up and something stopped me from going and talking to this coach of mine who's a wonderful person. And an opportunity is an opportunity, and you spew if you miss out, but you have to understand why. If you could take that step back, ladies and gentlemen, and understand why you are doing what you're doing and why this is happening to you. This is the inner knowing that you learn. And this is the inner knowing that I learned when I was basically going down with my stroke that I had. The symptoms of a stroke, I was that mentally screwed up. I had that. But it took the time to actually sit down and go, right, what is going on here? Why aren't I living my best life? Because it would teach me, number one, funny enough, it's scarcity, because there's courses involved in this one today, but also faith in where I'm meant to be and what I'm meant to be. Also, were they protecting me from saying the wrong thing? Do they want me to get better before I meet this guy? There's so many options, ladies and gentlemen, that you can look at if you actually step back. And look, I'm telling you, I wasn't happy, mate. I'm telling you. But from what I saw last year, and when I met Brett, when I said he was in Victoria, he was in my hometown, he was an hour and a half away, but I was in Sydney. I was booked. I did my show. I go, no. I told everyone, I'm not doing it. Oh, you're going to miss out. Going to Calgary, I'm going to happen. It's going to happen. Sorry, excuse me, marbles. So what's happening in your life, ladies and gentlemen, that make you feel deja vu, or make you look into yourself, makes you think about what test or what lesson or what teaching you getting from here? It's amazing if you actually step back and have 100% accountability and awareness. Two things that I teach in the Robin Hood effect. It's the Robin Hood effect. We'll talk about that in a second. And also a voice, a choice, and creating freedom. But accountability and awareness, having awareness of what's happening around you. It's absolutely an amazing skill. So what has happened in your life, ladies and gentlemen, that you felt deja vu? What deja vu meaning? Time, like a bit of a time traveling type thing. Same emotion, different environment. Have you felt that you are reliving something? Are you learning something? Could be an emotion. It's really funny that the universe puts us into certain situations when we were a kid to what we are as an adult. I know I felt that the other week. It was something that was really traumatizing to me, but I felt like I've got over it because I have done the work. I've actually understood how important it is to acknowledge that trauma and move on, make a choice to consciously move on, change your mindset, change your way that you think, change the way that you act. It's a big thing. How would I have reacted even, I don't know, maybe a year ago? Oh, actually more than a year ago, I would have been happy. I've gone, huge deal. Have I blown it? Wow, crybaby victim. There's certain ways you can look at things as well, ladies and gentlemen. People have to look at the positive. You have to. You have to look at it, but it's being aware. It's not like it's going to happen. You still can be angry about it. Don't get me wrong. Why has it happened to me? God, why is this happening right now? Nothing wrong with expressing it. But please make sure that you step back. So you take a step back, have a think about what's happening. It's very important. Like, always be aware that there's always a lesson behind things. If you do that, you can't go wrong, I think. Because then you'll have some type of calmness and you won't get that cortisol shot. You won't feel bad about it. You'll just have it. Look, not a case of feeling bad, but you'll have an understanding of where you're at. And that's the most important thing. Write it down, journal. Awesome. It's a big thing to have one of these epiphanies and one of these things that happen within your life. It's very important that you understand that is a growth aspect for you. And if you can do that, you can be a better person. It's very important you do that. Thank you so much for being involved with Journey of a Whitefeather, Whitefeather Health, Journey of a Whitefeather. A chat with Jay, Remove Your Mask, Write Your Story, right here on Spotify. If you want to get on, jump on our link tree. You can DM down us below, get our website, get our email. Subscribe, YouTube, just type in hashtag Journey for Whitefeather and you can't go wrong. And what I'd like to say, let's say thank you for everyone who was involved. If you want, as I said, if you want to get involved, jump on, tell your story, come and be a podcast guest. Be fantastic to have you on, because every story has a lesson for someone out there. One person, one change, one moment, one word, one sentence, you can change someone's life. Thank you so much, and always be the best there is, best there was, and the best there ever will be. Thanks, Brett, and remember, it's the Robin Hood effect that always comes towards you. Take care. We look forward to seeing you soon on A Chat with Jay.